Hi everyone, Intuitive Edge here. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for joining me on my channel. This is where we take an intuitive look at what's going on in our world. I want to talk about a substance, and I want to look and inquire with intuition and the cards to see what this substance, how it affects the human body. It's a substance known as Kratom. Now, some of you may have heard of it, maybe you've never heard of it. It comes from a plant, and it has been traditionally used in East Asian indigenous cultures for many, many years, if not thousands of years. It's used for all kinds of things to promote a general sense of well-being or to treat stress, anxiety, and even pain. These are what it's traditionally been used for. It's come under a lot of scrutiny because in the United States and elsewhere, people are using it as an alternative to opioid drugs, to opioid pharmaceuticals. Now, there's some debate over, whether it's safe, and for people who are suffering in chronic pain, will tell you there's lots of testimonials that it's been helpful for them. Now, there's lots of political reasons why governments would be against it or why they'd try to ban it. And so I don't know if I want to get into that here. Mostly what I want to look at is the effects of it on the human body and what the tarot has to say about this substance. So I'm going to take a look at the cards and kind of see what the cards say. So we'll be right back. The first card out is the World. And in the deck that I'm using, this card, what I'm drawn to, of course, I'll show it to you in a second, but there's a plant, and I'm drawn to this sun coming through, and then there's this like circle, not quite a circle, it's like an oval, like a hoop. And I feel like it's like a portal. Let me show this to you. So on this card, that sun, I feel like it's like this plant has, as with anything, it's got good things with it, or it can, if it's misused, it could have side effects too. But I sense with that sun is pulling me more. It feels like it's more good than bad. And that it actually can enhance. I get that it can have some psychedelic type of properties, or that it somehow affects the mind. But I don't sense like a bad thing. I think it, and maybe it calms the mind or promotes, like they say, that sense of well-being. Because with that sun, the sun is connecting me with that moving into like an altered state. So I don't know if it does promote a little bit of an altered state, but it's got a positive feel with it overall in general. As long, barring any misuse of it, it feels like it lends itself to it's more positive than bad. Yeah, more positive than negative. Okay, that's what I get on that. So it's crossed by the Three of Wands, and it's reversed, and that is like the card of like you're seeking something or trying to find something or be satisfied with something. Could be that people are seeking something for the relief of whatever condition that they have. The top card crowning this is the Ace of Cups. And that feels like a very good, that just has a very nice feeling to it. something being offered up, and the peace offering coming in, the peace dove coming in, has a nice feel to it. Kind of what's led up to this is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. And this card feels like there's been strides perhaps in bringing the costs down or making this more affordable. Like maybe it used to be more expensive and it's become more affordable or becoming more so. Interesting on the future position for this, I've got the reversed devil card. Now this is really interesting because the devil card in tarot signifies being in bondage to something, addictions. On this reversal, this can be overcoming addictions, being released or breaking free from the bondage of addiction. So I'm wondering if this is saying that Kratom actually can help people break their opioid addictions by using a substance that it's not as addicting. I think it may help people wanting to break their opioid addiction. Okay. That's interesting. That's a nice card to have on that. Future, again, this is the Pan card, Devil card. Came in reversed, which is being freed from bondage. Cool. Now, interesting on the situation itself, we've got the Hope card, the Star. And it's reversed, which can sometimes be like a discouragement or kind of a delay, like a hope deferred kind of thing. Interesting too, we have a king, the King of Wands. This king is facing directly back to that being set free from addiction. And the King of Wands is about desire, what you want to take hold of. Now, King of Wands upright isn't necessarily a negative card, but seeing that king, that desire or want, reaching back toward the being set free makes me wonder if this is talking about either governments wanting to get a piece of this or control it somehow. Now there's a Three of Cups on the position of kind of what's wished for, hoped for, secret intent. And this is a card of, it's like avoiding overindulgence. Something is too good to be true. So these are things that maybe are cautionary, or people are worried about it being too good to be true, but also that caution of overdoing it. Now the last card is the Temperance card, and it's reversed. This is the Outcome card. Now Temperance is all about finding that balance. As with anything that you take, I mean, food can be misused and abused. It can be anything that we take into our bodies that could be used for good or bad. But when I see the Temperance card reversed, it can be like disharmony or disunity and bad management. And I'm wondering if there may be some more trying to regulate it, manage it, put it kind of under the thumb a little bit. As much as opioid drugs are addictive and harmful substances for the human body, there is a lot of money being made on them at the same time. And many are speculating that Kratom, by offering someone a plant alternative to an opioid synthetic compound, that could cut into corporate profits and be a motive behind governments wanting to kind of clamp down on its use and want to regulate it more. I do see that desire for regulation with that king facing back on there. I do think that's a distinct possibility that there may be some way, but it's a plant. It's like marijuana. It's a plant, and people can abuse it or misuse it same as they would anything they eat. But these plants do have strong compounds that lend themselves to altered states. Like marijuana can definitely alter your state of mind. And I think kratom can to a little extent. It doesn't seem like it's dangerous. I didn't get that real feel from it. I got that really nice feeling with that sun on the world card. So I don't think it's as dangerous as perhaps other substances. Certainly not as dangerous as synthetic opiates. Underneath we have the strength card. That's a nice card to have. This is also overcoming difficulties and having the strength to pull through something. So overall, I don't see anything terrible with this substance. So I think if it offers somebody pain relief that can get them off of opiate drugs, that's probably a good thing. And it does look like it can break addictions to opiates. So a good thing again. All right. That's all I have for this. Just kind of wanted to see what the cards said about this substance. So, all right. Thanks for joining me. We'll catch you next time on Intuitive Edge. Bye for now.